Yo, 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 what is up, guys? And welcome back to ATV Farms, episode 102. But American Farming, episode 1 for our new series 1980s First Gen Farm. So it is currently January 1st, 1980. And we're waking up here at our Wisconsin home out here in the countryside of Madison County, Wisconsin, I think's where we're at. And today's the day I take over the family farm. Grandpa called me yesterday and was like, "All right, bud, you're in charge of the farm now. I'm retiring." And I was like, "Yeah, okay. I'll be over there tomorrow." So today's the day we head out to the farm and check it out. Let's go. So we'll head over here to our 1987 Ford F-250 pickup, which I'll talk more about when I do the full farm equipment tour. So we're gonna get backed out onto the road here. And then we're gonna head out to the farm and see what we can do. I hope you guys enjoy this series on the channel. Get our GPS set up. And we're on our way. Now, a little background history to the farm. This farm has been in my family for 100 years. It was started in 1880, so it was started 100 years ago today. My great-grandpa bought the farm for, I believe, $50,000. We're here. Hold on. I'll show you guys the sign before we head up any further. So, like I said, here's our mailbox. Century Farms. Owned by the same family for 100 years. And that is my family. Yeah, we purchased all of this land back in 1875, but didn't actually start farming until right around 1880. So this land sat 5 years vacant before my great-grandpa started building on it and farming the land. So let's get on up to the main farmhouse and do a farm equipment tour. So, hold on, let's go ahead and talk about land as we go up. So, we own... Well, I gotta grab the paper out of the truck. Oh, there it is in the glove compartment. I forgot Grandpa mailed it to me, and I put it in the glove compartment yesterday. So, I'll just show you guys here in the truck what we own. Pull it up. This is what the map looked like in the 60s. So, the field that we're next to, I'll zoom in for you guys, is this straight piece of land, this rectangular field right here. Name, Field 19. Ownership, owned. We've owned this field. Grandpa's owned this plot of land for 5 years now. And has had corn and beans in it, but he got out of doing crops and switched over to cattle. So we'll still run corn because of silage, but field 19 owned, value $47,634, and it is 4.67 acres. So 4.67 acres of land. on field 19. And then I'll drive over and show you guys the other field. So, as we pull right on down the driveway, I'll talk about each thing as I drive past it or once I park. So, I'm not going to park next to the shed, but I'll talk about it real quick. So, this shed here, the big red shed that you guys see in front of you, that shed was built in 1952. And I believe Grandpa is using it as the main machinery shed. We will find out in next episode, but it's a 30 by 60 machinery shed that was built in 1952. Yeah, Grandpa built that shed by himself with his own 2 hands. So that's one of the machinery sheds. Now let's keep going, and then I'll talk about my truck this episode too, but my truck will be the only thing that gets talked about. And then right here on this side, so we've got the fuel barrel, which will hold diesel and gasoline. And then the shed right behind, and there's a windmill that doesn't get used. And then the shed right behind the fuel barrel, behind the fuel barrel is one of our open storage, commodity storage sheds. Is what it was originally used for, but since it's got enough storage space, Grandpa was storing equipment in it. Right now, I think he's got a rake, a baler, and one tractor, which I'll talk about in episode 2 of this series. So there's the 2 sheds so far. The main machinery shed is that far red shed, and then just one small open storage shed is the one right in front of you guys. And then I'll go ahead and just talk about it. And then right here is my truck, a 1979 F-150. Yeah, it's a 1979, late 70s. So it's a November 12th was the exact date. I picked this up December 25th. Grandpa bought it for me for Christmas. It's a 1979 Ford F-250, 6-inch rims. It's got the 5.0-liter diesel motor under the hood, 6-inch rims, Firestone tires all the way around, one-step running board because it's only a single cab with 6-inch towing mirrors, a grill guard on the front because, like I said, we're doing cattle. It's got a toolbox, which I installed just 20 minutes before I picked up the camera. It's got a 6.5-foot bed, and it's gooseneck capable. So the next shed I'm going to take you guys to is, the next thing I'm going to take you guys to is this shed here, because this is where I'm going to park the truck. So right here is an old hog barn, an old cattle barn that was built in 1914. Yeah, so my great-grandfather bought this farm in 1875. He passed away in 1920. So my grandfather currently got the farm, and he built this building. As he built the main machine shed in 1952, and he built this one in 1923, 3 years after he inherited the farm from his father. And now I inherited the farm from my grandfather. So there's the history behind that building. The next thing is the feedlot / pasture. So this feedlot has seen over 500,000 steers in and out of its time, but it'll hold 25 yearlings at a time. So, and I'll walk over to the cows once I get done talking about stuff that's on this side of the barn. And then we've got the feed silo. This blue silo here is one of the feed silos that holds the cattle feed for the feedlot. So the feed will get stored in the blue silo. Over here is the main blue silo where we mix the feed. So a forage wagon will pull up here, dump the chaff right there, and then it'll go up this pipe here into the blue silo, get turned into feed, and then come out of that chute right there and into the wagon that's sitting right there. And then over here, just a random I'll just talk about this next. We've got just one random Sukup 1927 Sukup bin that's just sitting here. I don't know why it's here, but it is. And it will never get used. And then here's another open. Here's the actual commodity shed for the cattle. It's the exact same size as the other one over there that stores the tractor, the baler, and rake. And currently, Grandpa's got hay in it. 12. Hold on. 1, 2. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's got 12 round bales in this one commodity shed for the cows or the steer or the feedlot cows. And then right here, this corn crib was built this was here when my great-grandfather bought the farm. So it was put up in 1814. So this is the oldest building on the property. It was put up in 1814 for I don't know what reason. And then you've got your manure pit for cattle, which that'll get used a lot in this series. And then out here is the cow-calf pen. So we've got Grandpa's got 8 cows out here. Simmental and Red Angus. Here's their feeder. And then this building here is just a shelter for the cows. As you can see, there's one right there. There's one of the Red Angus that is still in the pen or in the shed. She just walked out. So they get fed right here. You'll pull up along with either the hay bales or the feed wagon, and they'll come up here and eat. And then there's the other addition to the pasture slash feedlot. So there's the cows. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's still one more field I gotta show you guys, and then that'll be the end of ATV Farms episode 102. So, oh yeah, I forgot about this feeder here that doesn't get used. But down here on the opposite side of the property, I believe, don't know why Grandpa's got his truck sitting right there, but real quick, we'll just talk about his truck. So, Grandpa drives a 1968. No, Grandpa drives a 1965 Ford F100. Yeah, he drives a 1965 Ford F100. And yes, his truck is gooseneck capabilities. I'm going to put that in the shed once I get done with you guys. And then down here we've got another manure pit for the feedlot. And then out here we've got our, I believe this is an alfalfa field. Hold on, let's pull up the map that I showed you guys earlier. So we are currently in field 23, ownership owned, value $63,750, acres 6.25 acres, and it has already been planted. And yes, it has got alfalfa in it. So another form of hay. You've got grass, which is green, and then alfalfa, which is purple. So we're going to have alfalfa and corn on this farm. The corn's going to go over in field 19. So, hold on. Field 23 is going to remain alfalfa. Field 19 is going to go to corn when April rolls around. So, that's that. I'm going to go ahead and put Grandpa's truck in the shed real quick, just so it's out of the way and doesn't collect rust. Oh good, he left the keys in his truck. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in the shed, if there's any room. Actually, no, we're just gonna park it up here at the garage for him. Oh, there he is right there, just walking out of the house. He wants it over here on the far side. Morning, Grandpa. Yeah, I got here early just so I could show my viewers the farm and stuff. No, I didn't touch or talk about any equipment yet. I was just moving your truck because I seen you left it down by the hayfield. So, alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and head on out since I'm done for the day. Cows are fine. I've got other stuff I need to get done today, so I'm going to go ahead and head on out. Alright, see ya. Alright, guys, I'll see you guys in episode 2. Hope you guys enjoyed episode 1 of the 1980s series, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So...